This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And good morning to you. We do have breaking news. A live look right now in Lower Manhattan, where Mayor Adams has just entered a federal courthouse to appear before a judge. This is 500 Pearl Street you're looking at. He is expected to go through the full booking process. Also there is Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate here live now to bring us the very latest update. Phil, sending it over to you now.
Yeah, Charlene, you're getting a live look outside of the courthouse. Minutes ago, this is where Mayor Adams walked through those gold doors. He came out of an SUV. It was two black cars that pulled in, and he walked inside. The video you're taking a look at right now is what I'm describing. Now, he did give a thumbs up, and he headed inside, and this as he gets ready for this arraignment process. Now, we know that this morning, this is where the mayor is expected to be arraigned. This is where he's going to be processed, fingerprinted, and we'll go through this each step of the way. Now, prosecutors did want him here for 9 a.m., a little bit earlier than what we had anticipated, but this is history, Charlene, as to what we're seeing happen right before our eyes. The sitting mayor of New York City, for the first time ever, indicted and now going through this arraignment process. We do know prosecutors, they have unsealed that 57-page indictment, which outlined many of the things that they say have been wrong, quote, for breaking laws. But of course, we'll be following this every step of the way. Again, Shirley, and this is just a live look outside of the courthouse as Mayor Adams gets ready to undergo this process. Charlene?
All right. Well, I wanted to go through the timeline of this whole Eric Adams thing because honestly, I wasn't really paying much attention to the story outside of what Oliemi, she's been covering Eric Adams, and I don't know. He's always just been kind of a numbnut that I didn't really want to pay too much attention to. Also, I don't live in New York, so it's not like it's, you know, directly affecting me in a super serious way. But then just having a casual conversation with one of my non-political friends, like this guy really does not like to talk about politics, but he brought this one to my attention and he was like, hey man, have you talked about this? Because the timeline is wild if you have not taken a look at it. And I was like, what do you mean? And he just explained it to me in like the most basic way possible. I was like, oh, wow. So what I want to do here is we're going to go through this together. So here is the timeline of events of Eric Adams. And this starts back in November 2023. So for me personally, this went totally under my radar because, although I'm kind of shocked that, you know, Ole didn't bring this up because it is a little like, you know, wasn't this public information at this point? I don't know. All right. So on November 2nd, 2023, federal agents raided the home of a top fundraiser and longtime confidant to New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who abruptly ditched his plans for a White House meeting and flew home from Washington. Agents searched the home of Brianna Suggs in Brooklyn the same day. November 6th, 2023, FBI agents seized phone and iPad from Mayor Adams. November 15th, Mayor Adams sets up legal fund to pay for FBI inquiries, monitored by Sister City's Conflict and Interest Board. I do remember hearing about that. Then we get to February 29th, 2024. We got FBI searches Bronx home of Adams' top advisor, Winnie Greco, which that doesn't sound at all like a some type of criminal. Although Winnie, I mean, when you literally have a name that you share with Winnie the Pooh, oh bother, when my cousin Winnie Greco is at it again. Oh, no. You've been federally charged, Christopher Robin. Oh, no. And then August 24th, or I keep doing that. August 2024, federal prosecutors issue grand jury subpoenas for Mayor Adams, City Hall, and his 2021 election committee. Wait, the entire City Hall was issued subpoenas. Yeah, wow. All right, now here's where it gets like, this is where I started just being like, I didn't hear about this. How did I not hear about this? Okay, so September 4th, FBI searches the home of Sheena Wright, Phil Banks, and Terrence Banks. Let's do this real quick just to see who they are.
Had their homes searched by FBI agents. That is according to a person familiar with the matter who says those agents took electronic devices from the homes of Deputy Mayor for Public Safety Philip Banks and First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright. One of them said that agents also seized devices from Police Commissioner Edward Caban's home. And the home of former NYPD official Timothy Pearson also was searched. The NYPD confirming to News 12 that the U.S. Attorney's Office is investigating several members of service. Meanwhile, the mayor's office says investigators have not told them that the mayor or his staff are targets of any investigation, and that as a member of law enforcement, the mayor has repeatedly made clear that all members of the team need to follow the law.
Well, well, get this, because we got a update on that one. September 5th, the next day, Fed seized cell phone of NYPD including officials, including Commissioner Edward Caban. September 12th, Edward Caban resigns as commissioner of NYPD. Yeah, so a police commissioner resigns after all of this starts going down. And then we get City Hall Chief Counsel Lisa Zornberg resigns. And that was on the 14th. The 16th, retired FDNY chiefs Brian Cordasco and Anthony Scavino arrested after corruption investigation. Uh-oh. What happened with that one? That's weird. That just kind of popped up out of nowhere, huh?
Thanks for joining us here on News 12 The Bronx. I'm Amanda Bossard, and breaking tonight, two former FDNY chiefs pleading not guilty to claims that they took...
I got to give News 12 some credit. They do really good with embedding these videos within their article, like in going right to the point. Uh-oh.
Bribes to expedite building inspections in exchange for money. News 12's Heather Fordham breaking down the
I love how I was
year-long
just giving him credit and then it kind of froze.
How the FDNY is responding.
Two retired FDNY chiefs, Brian Cordasco and Anthony Scavino, pled not guilty to corruption accusations. The two are accused of using their titles within the Bureau of Fire Prevention to help 30 buildings skip the line for critical fire safety.
Holy shit. Oh, that is... Okay, in a city like New York? Wow. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys remember this, but the only reason I even know about this is because I was listening to one of my favorite stand-ups. It was on The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder, which is now Big J. Okerson and Bobby Kelly. But Big J was talking about his neighborhood. And sorry if you can hear my dog. He's going a little nuts. I'm assuming the male's here. But he was talking about a building like right down the road from him. And it became national news because it was one of the ones that like collapsed because it had passed fire inspections when it definitely should not have, because it had like a restaurant on the bottom floor that was... there were so many broken fire codes that they just had to come out and say, like, yeah, this building was primed to go up. Well, I'm thinking we know why.
Inspections in exchange for bribes.
They allegedly created a VIP lane for faster service that could only be accessed with bribes.
You know what's funny? I know for a fact this happens in Chicago, so...
According to prosecutors, Cordasco and Scavino worked with retired FDNY firefighter Henry Santiago Jr., who ran an unsanctioned expediting business.
After Santiago was paid by customers for fast tracking, he would secretly give a cut to Scavino and Cordasco to obtain preferential treatment by the BFP for his customers.
The year-long investigation began after the FDNY was tipped off about the scheme and went to authorities.
Okay.
Prosecutors say the bribe...
They were released on $250,000 personal reconnaissance bonds. Now, you have to, with what we just heard, wonder how much of that money was part of the bribe money that they were taking?
This happened between 2021 and...
Like, maybe somebody can answer this for me. Why isn't the IRS like the first ones on this shit? Like, what the hell?
2023, and that they took advantage of a backlog caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Cordasco and Saccavino pocketed $190,000 collectively. The Department of Investigation says they lied on mandated financial documents.
That DOI is watching and that our law enforcement partners stand ready to work with us to hold accountable public officials who abuse their power.
The indictment alleged that City Hall had its own list of stakeholders to prioritize. Today, the mayor rejected that claim.
This
they just transcribed this.
Did not have a list named like that. And we made that clear, and we stand by that.
Meanwhile, the FDNY Commissioner Robert Tucker reacted to the investigation, releasing a statement in part saying the department will fully cooperate with any ongoing investigations. Keeping New Yorkers safe remains our top priority. In the Bronx, Heather Fordham, News 12.
Sure. Okay. I don't know how anybody can take you at your word when this just happened, on top of the fact that we haven't even gotten to the funniest part about this, at least to me. So I'll go back real quick to September 12th, where Edward Cabin, the police commissioner, resigned because, you know, the commissioner of the NYPD resigning, not a big deal at all. However, get this shit. So we'll go to the 20th. Molly Schaefer, director overseeing city office for asylum seekers, gets subpoenaed. Oh, geez. Wonder what she was doing. Fed search home of interim. Here we go. Fed search home of interim NYPD Commissioner Tom Donlon. I don't know how to say his last name. The 23rd, the health commissioner announces resignation effective 2025. Well, at least he's going to, get his pension in a row. School counselor David Banks announces retirement at end of 2024. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this one, which I thought there was a embedded link on it. Nope, nothing more except just that the feds have searched the home of NYPD Commissioner Tom Donlon. Man. So, all of this led to this. This is the part that I'm surprised wasn't in that timeline. XNY New York prosecutor indicted in bribery case dies in apparent suicide as FBI arrives at his home to arrest him. Now, I'm going to do the YouTube thing and say he just went bye-bye, or some other wacky-ass language that totally censors me from giving you guys the full story like a fucking adult, because, we have to use these little childish terms now for whatever reason, even though my stuff's not made for kids, so whatever. All right, so a former Orange County, New York prosecutor accused of accepting bribery payments died of an apparent offer. He went bye-bye at his home as agents arrived to arrest him. FBI had arrived to Stuart Rosenwasser to take I'm sorry. Rosenwasser. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was reading that right. To take him into custody Tuesday morning, the day a federal indictment was unsealed alleging that he had accepted $63,000 in bribe payments while he was chief counsel of the Orange County District Attorney's Office. So the fact that he went bye-bye tells me that this is a lot more serious than some people are making it out to be, specifically with the Eric Adams thing here. Why does it keep doing that? You fooled me. You get me to click that damn X and then you take me somewhere else. All right. Reviewing agent involved shooting. What? As an ongoing matter, we have no further details to... Wait, so... barricaded himself and apparently took his own life. Oh, okay. According to the indictment, the co-defendant paid Rosenwasser $15,000 by check in November 2022, texted him a month later. I give my word, at the end, you will be extremely more than happy. It alleges that the bribe payments continued until May 2024, and the total that the co-defendant paid Rosenwasser was $63,000 by money order check and cash. it's not even really that much. Like, when you think about it, that's, I mean, yes, like, that's a lot of money, but not, I don't know, enough to give up your entire career. Federal prosecutor Rosenwasser, prosecutors accused Rosenwasser of trying to conceal it. Oh, okay. By lying about the nature of his relationship with the co-defendant to senior leadership. Wait, who was the co-defendant? I think I skipped that. No. It doesn't say anything about a co-defendant. Like, that was interesting. Truly heartbreaking. Yeah, what else? Okay. Yes, I'm sure that he will sorely be missed. And then we've already watched this part of him getting arrested, but what I wanted to show you guys real quick.
All right, thanks so much for that.
It was very funny. His press conference, he got heckled at it really bad. You know what? Oh, there we go.
This is not a black gang. Your policies are anti-black. You are a disgrace to all black people in this.
Look at him smiling. Oh, he's so creepy. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that, because like the other clip I was watching didn't really focus on his face too much. He's just sitting there uncomfortably. Yeah. Keep going. I'll be honest, I was also watching like this woman right next to him. She gets so mad.
New Yorkers that I was elected to do. Amen. And I look forward to defending myself and defending the people of this city. We should ask those
This guy was so mad. This guy was so mad during the whole thing, just looking at the guy, just like, how dare you?
Directive to carry out what we have witnessed over the last 10 months. Over the last 10 months, you knew information before my attorneys knew information over the last 10 months. You reported that there was an indictment before my attorneys knew that there was an indictment. Over the last 10 months, this has happened over and over again, and this is not how our system of justice should operate.
What the fuck was that? The dude just walking up, just like...
Adams solicited and accepted over 100,000.
I'm sorry. I have never seen somebody from the media just in the middle of a speech just be like, oh, forgot my mic. What the... Oh, shit. Yeah, I gotta watch that. Sorry about that.
$1,000 in luxury travel benefits for years from wealthy Turkish business people and at least one Turkish government official seeking to gain influence over him. Adams started accepting undisclosed luxury travel benefits at least as early as 2016. He took these benefits nearly every year through 2021.
The indictment unsealed today.
Yeah, okay, so that was kind of the confusing part, like when it dropped, because I was really hoping that they were going to unseal it, like just even an hour after it, but ended up going to bed, kind of forgetting about the story. That's why I'm covering it now.
Alleges that Mayor Adams abused his power and position for nearly a decade as Brooklyn Borough President and as mayor to enrich himself and his mayoral campaigns. As charged, he sought and received illegal campaign contributions, luxury travel, and other personal benefits from foreign nationals, as well as individuals and businesses. He allegedly took steps to conceal those illegal contributions and personal benefits and involved city employees and campaign staff in that concealment.
The craziest part is how many people were involved in this and how high up they were. It's like he had his little council of elders that was just like, we are going to commit some financial crimes. We are going to pad our pockets, but we need everybody on board. I don't know what that voice was, but also, I kind of find it interesting that neither of these have brought in the Turkish angle, because apparently that's the foreign influence, was some Turkish guy.
The Southern District of New York remains committed to rooting out corruption without fear or favor and without regard to partisan politics.
Okay. Let's do one more, shall we? Jank. Rated. Because that. How long is this? 3 minutes? All right. We'll
Turkey. So barely.
Here.
Thank you for the super chat. I'm totally okay. So I will get to the clickbaity part of this right now. So
yeah, there we go.
Jank did have his home rated. It was Jank Erjal.
Oh, see, okay. This is how douchey he is. He was totally like he put Cenk has his home rated as new NYC Mayor Eric Adams gets indicted. Now, wonderful clickbait. I'm glad that you got those extra views because you know your 6.whatever million subscribers are totally coming in out in force to watch your show because of crap like that. Because yeah, like it took 7. It's an 11-minute video. There were 7 minutes of him just being like, nope, I'll tell you about what happened, and everybody's just like, is this clickbait? Is this clickbait? And then he's like, yeah, it's clickbait. And then, as you can see, this is where I stopped watching the video, and I got mad. I was like, man, fuck you.
Former Turkish Airlines executive who worked on Adams' transition team.
Okay, but this is interesting to know because I do want to know the context of who this guy was and what he had to do with the Turkish government because, like, apparently the Turkish government had a lot to do with this.
He might have been one of the folks who got Eric Adams some of those goodies that I just mentioned earlier. The Turkish Airlines connection might be through him. Those are the allegations. We'll see how it turns out. Also, City Hall staffer Rana Abbasova.
Not sure if it's that way anymore, but I remember when Turkish Airlines were like being advertised all the time, and they did look like nice planes.
Also had her home rated, so several people's home were rated, including Cenk Erjal, and so no, it wasn't me. But I will tell you, it's not just haha. It's funny that both of our names are Cenk, and yes, sometimes I trend on Twitter when Cenk Tosun scores a goal. He's a soccer player, so. I barely know about the brother. But anyways, and the name Cenk trends. And yes, it turns out there are a lot of people named Cenk in Turkey. So fairly.
Well, I'm going to let you guys solve this little mystery, but if Penguin Zero, blows up and they use his real name, then maybe that's when I'll start, doing some clickbaity stuff and use my real name.
Common name or relatively common. But look, there's an important point in there, too. Look, you see me criticizing other countries at the top of my lungs. Saudi Arabia, Israel, and, Bashar al-Assad when he did, well.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see you condemn Turkey.
Continues to be barbaric in Syria.
You know what? Not that I'm claiming he's nationalist in any way.
Kim Jong-un, both comical but also terrible, horrific person running concentration camps in North Korea. Mm-hmm. But what I always tell you guys on the Young Turks is that we cannot be tribal. We must be fair. And we must not get into, that's part of my identity. And so I'm going to make excuses for it. No, if the feds.
Yeah, if you guys only practice that.
Can prove that the Turkish government bribed Eric Adams should be in jail.
And on top of it, you guys have gone with the right-wing grift, and honestly, I can't even watch Anna anymore. It's so hard. She's kind of shown her ass with how anti-trans she is.
And whichever Turkish officials were.
Which she can claim that she's not anti-trans and that she actually supports the community, but she's done more harm because of her platform than anybody else on the left. So no, I'm not going to give her the benefit of that doubt. She sucks.
Involved should be in a lot of trouble here in America, because whether it's Azerbaijan with Cuellar, the Democratic congressman, these are allegations. Menendez is already convicted.
Yeah.
Convicted. So
I'm pretty sure that was wait. No, Menendez was the New York guy. Who was my guy? Oh, Burke. Edward Burke.
Menendez.
He didn't have anything to do with that. He was just one of the, he was a shady council guy that went to jail.
Worse. He had the gold bars, the money, the cash stuffed into his suits, etc. So that one is so overwhelmingly obviously true. But all of these, look, the feds don't raid your home or take your fund.
We've been saying that about the Diddy stuff.
Razors.
once it was a federal thing, everybody was just like, "Oh, he did it."
Home or Jenks
like,
home.
they don't do that unless they actually have a case.
Home or, and take Eric Adams' phone, the mayor of New York. They don't go and investigate these major figures unless they have a lot of evidence. That doesn't mean that they're always right, but it means they have a lot of evidence.
Got a lot.
And the court had to
they got I mean, they're very confident.
prove that. And that is just as true if it's the Turkish government doing it, the Israeli government doing it, the Egyptian government doing it. We here in America have to protect our democracy. We have to protect our government. We have to protect our citizens from the corruption, because then our money, whether you're in New York City or you're in America overall, gets funneled to another country for their benefit and not our benefit, especially when our interests do not intersect. So let's be fair. Let's call out the corruption wherever it is, even if it's...
Well, the only problem with that specific phrase that you just used was we can't agree on anything like unilaterally as Americans. So why would you sit there and be like, well, this is... Yeah, America interests, we can't even agree on our own interests.
It's in the Democratic Party. Let's call out our own tribes and our own ethnicities and identities when right is right and fair is fair. So I want everybody to know that. Anthony,
you know what? Yeah, we got what we needed out of that. Also, maybe I did a little bit of the clickbaity thing too. Why does it do that? I'm getting really sick of this shit. Oh my God. I don't know what the hell is going on, if there was like an update or something, but this is the most I've ever had a problem with my screens just constantly getting messed up here. Whatever. Maybe I'm just day oneing this shit. Who knows? But anyway, I thought that this was a pretty, this was an interesting thing to bring up because, well, number one, it's objectively kind of funny, It's also funny how the one Democrat who somehow got Republicans on his side, like Donald Trump and others, because that's, he wasn't doing the Joe Manchin thing where he was just like claiming to be a Democrat so he could come and fucking run obstructionist politics and policies. That's kind of what they were doing. It's almost like they were a little bit smarter than the left on that one, where it's like, the left doesn't want to even pretend that, because what are they going to do? Like go infiltrate them and then just be like, oopsie, I was a progressive the entire time. Like, I would love it. I would love if somebody actually was smart enough to do that, but whatever. We'll see. But yeah, I hope that you guys learned something from this that you didn't already know, because honestly, there's been so much reported on this that there's been a lot missed. As I said, like I knew just about the Eric Adams indictment, and once it got unsealed, I wasn't even really personally interested to go see the other stuff. But now this is insane. Just two police commissioners, a superintendent. Like, we're talking Gotham City levels of corruption here. Actually, this is so corrupt that Gotham would just be like, what's going on over in New York there? Damn. And even the Joker would blush. So, but if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate your help with that. I do really appreciate you checking out my video and my content. If you enjoy this content, go check out my channel. I have a whole bunch of videos that you might enjoy. So, yeah. But with that said, I will see you in the next one.